So, have you ever wondered what it would be like if Starbucks was not as popular as it is today? Well, I I did because I like Starbucks. So here's the thing. June 2015. It was the month that I got my first Starbucks card, my gold card at least. 3 months earlier, one of my best friends, he introduced me to Starbucks, and well, it turned me into the coffee aficionado you see before you today. For that moment, in those brief 3 months, I was somehow able to plant a Starbucks letter, jump from no level to green level to gold level. Which, if you haven't been to Starbucks, you should look at it. So I was always curious about what made Starbucks so great. Well, like what would it be like if it wasn't as popular? So I made my own cup of Starbucks coffee because there's no Starbucks in Tahlequah. I sat back and did my own research. I also talked to my sister who works there. Today I'm going to inform you about their history and foundation, their mission statement and values, and their impact on social and environmental life. The first ever Starbucks was opened in Seattle, Washington on March 31st in 1971 by three partners who met while they were at the University of San Francisco. There's an English teacher named Jerry Baldwin, a history teacher named Zev Seibel, and a writer named Gordon Bowker. The three also loved coffee and tea. According to Peter Bondarenko, writer for the Encyclopedia Britannica, the company took the name of the first mate of the book Moby Dick, Starbuck. For 6 years, they purchased coffee beans from other local coffee company called Peet's. According to Starbucks website, Howard Schultz first walked into the Starbucks store in 1981 and was drawn into the company. In 1982, the next year, he joined Starbucks as the Director of Retail Operations and Marketing. Shortly after, Starbucks started to provide coffee to fine restaurants and espresso bars. In 1983, Schultz traveled to Italy, where he was impressed by the popularity of espresso bars in Milan. He saw the potential to develop a similar coffee house culture in Seattle. So the next year, in 1984, he convinced the founders of Starbucks to test the coffee house concept in downtown Seattle, where the first Starbucks cafe latte was served. This successful experiment is the genesis for a company that Schultz founded in 1985. In 1985, he founded Il Giornale, which is Italian for the journal. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Offering brewed coffee and espresso beverages made from Starbucks coffee beans. In 1987, Il Giornale acquired Starbucks assets with the help of local investors and changed its name to Starbucks Corporation. By the end of 1987, Starbucks had opened in Chicago and Vancouver, Canada, with a total of 17 stores. From that moment on, Starbucks expanded. They opened new stores, launched many new items, introduced new things, won many awards, and had many stock splits. They became the most known worldwide. They even established their own foundation, the Starbucks Foundation. All of this helped Starbucks get to where they are today. As of February of 2019, Starbucks has a total of about 14,300 stores in the country, with about another 14,000 across the globe. The mission statement of Starbucks is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one person, one cup, and one neighborhood at a time. It is pretty cool mission statement to live by as a company. Along with that, they have a few values that they live by. These values include creating a culture of warmth and belonging, where everyone is welcome, acting with courage, challenging the status quo, and finding new ways to grow our company and each other, being present, connecting with transparency, dignity, and respect, delivering our very best in all we do, holding ourselves accountable for results. We are performance-driven through the lens of humanity. These values are pretty self-explanatory, and I think it really fits what the company wants to do. Starbucks does a whole lot for the community, whether it is for the social well-being or the environmental well-being. For the social side, Starbucks hires refugees to work for them, as well as military veterans. Since 2013, they have hired over 21,000 veterans and military spouses. The refugee hiring is lower, however, that's only because it has only just begun. But they are committed to hiring 10,000 refugees worldwide over the next 5 years. The Starbucks Foundation gives grants for youth and community service. The foundation is even used to support the regions of the world that supplies their coffee, tea, and cocoa. They even help countries access clean water through the Ethos Water Fund. Starbucks partners with contribute to the global effort to finance HIV and AIDS, the prevention, education, and treatment programs. Starbucks also partners with Arizona State University online to help its employees get college degrees, and they cover 100% of the tuition. This is where my sister comes in. My sister didn't actually go to college, and she started working at Starbucks last year. And since then, she's actually working on getting her associate's degree through Arizona State online because they are paying for 100% of the tuition. So it's pretty much free. It's all free for her. All she has to do is pay for the books. Starbucks also does a lot for the environment. They started advocating for greener alternatives. For example, Starbucks is the first retail company to take eco-conscious stores on a global level. Reclamation Drive-Thru is a brand new store that is located in Tukwila, Washington. The neat thing about the store is that it's built out of 4 shipping containers and has been designed to lead green building standards. Other stores have started using low-emitting materials for adhesives, sealants, paints, coatings, and flooring. The buildings are not the only thing that is becoming greener. They're also using recycled materials for their cups. Plus, they also sell reusable cups, which you can get a discount on the coffee there if you have the reusable cup. They set a goal in 2008 to reduce their water consumption, and as of 2015, they reduced their water consumption by 25%. Starbucks has also started investing in renewable energy. In 2016, they remained one of the Environmental Protection Agency's top 10 purchasers of renewable energy in the US. Starbucks' missions, values and social environmental impacts have turned a single store in Seattle's historic Pike Place Market into one of the fastest growing retailers in the store.